Fear. Every decision, every move we make, every little thought that pops into our heads is all driven by this one factor, this one trait that universally all animals, humans, cats, dogs, other species, we all share this common trait. It's a funny thing, fear. It's what drives most of our motivation through life. You go to doctors because you're afraid of falling sick and ill. You go to church because you're afraid of judgment when your time comes. You have children because you're afraid of leaving nothing behind. Fear is a very, very strong motivator, a very powerful deterrent, and it is my greatest weapon. When I came into DCA, I kept hearing the word impact player pop up repeatedly during my matches, when I'd walk through the back, and even how others described me. An impact player. Someone who comes in and can't help himself but to be noticed no matter what he does or where he goes, because that's exactly who I am. Now, when I arrived in DCA and I kicked Malik Brown right in the side of his fucking head, I let everybody know that this company and myself were going to be closer than family. And there's only been one person who's been refusing to acknowledge this threat, this promise, and it's the very man who now has control of a company he once upon a time didn't even want any part of. That's right. I'm talking to you, D-Wall. You know why I'm talking to you? Because you're afraid. You know why you're afraid? Because I made you that way. I am the one member of the quote-unquote rebellion that won a match at Revelations while the others couldn't even bother to pick up their own slack, their own bullshit that they started. No, someone from the outside had to come in and get the job done for them. And what did I get as a token of my appreciation? Jack shit. I've gotten nothing but victims carelessly cast aside, thrown in the ring with me. People like Trey Steele, Tommy Kazarian. The list goes on, and it will continue to expand until Mr. Wallace here finally understands what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make you fear me, D. I'm trying to make you respect me. Because I've heard nothing but other people say that I have to respect you in order to get my way. And I don't play by those rules. Never have, never will. So it's as simple as this. I get you're trying to throw me into this pity match for a #1 contendership shot at survival. And we all know damn well that what you're doing is delaying the inevitable. You put 3 other victims in front of me, and you expect me to be afraid. All you've done is made me more hungry. And what happens, D-Wall? What happens when all 3 of those men are put out to the sideline on the shelf after I drive my size 13 through the sides of all of their heads? You know what's going to happen? You're going to have no choice but to acknowledge me, to acknowledge the monster you've brought in. The thing that you've been regretting since day one is now one step closer to grabbing that gold. None of you are ready, and none of you are safe. Eliminate the rest.